Top 10 Unbelievable Facts about Shri Chaitanya, which is written by Nihar Dash for public domain. Purpose only. The life of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is fabled. The Lord appeared in 1407 on the evening of Phagani Purnima in Shekabuda. There was a lunar eclipse that same evening. During the simultaneous appearance of the Lord and the lunar eclipse charted a path for Chaitanya. Hindus usually bathed in the Ganges and other sacred rivers and chanted Vedic mantras for purification. The simultaneous appearance of the Lord and the lunar eclipse charted a path for Chaitanya. Mahaprabhu's unique mission. Chaitanya means one who is conscious. Derived from Chaitanya, which means consciousness.
Semicolon.
Maha means great, and Prabhu means Lord or Master. Chaitanya was born as Vishwambhar Mishra, the second son of Jagannath Mishra. Jagannath and his wife, Sachi Devi, the daughter of Nilambra Chakravarti, were both Brahmins of Sylhet. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a 15th century Vedic spiritual leader, who is considered an avatar of Lord Krishna by his followers. Chaitanya founded Gaudiya Vaishnavism, which is a religious movement that promotes Vaishnavism or worship of Lord Vishnu as the supreme soul. Gaudiya Vaishnavism teaches the acceptance of Bhakti Yoga as a method to realize the ultimate truth. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is credited with popularizing the Maha Mantra or Hey Krishna Mantra. Uddharan. He is also known for composing in Sanskrit a prayer of 8 verses, known as Siksistikam. Here are 10 more unbelievable facts about Shri Chaitanya. So here is our list, which is written by Nihar Dash for public domain purpose only. 1. Shri Chaitanya was believed to be an incarnation of Lord Krishna. 1. Shri Chaitanya was believed to be an incarnation of Lord Krishna. 1. Shri Chaitanya was believed to be an incarnation of Lord Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is said to have been born with features similar to that of Lord Krishna. He was a child prodigy and became a scholar at a very young age. Chaitanya was born Vishwambhar on February 18, 1486. At the time of his birth, India witnessed a full lunar eclipse, which was considered auspicious by Hindu scholars. Chaitanya was the second born child of Sachi Devi and her husband Jagannath Mishra. He had an elder brother, Viswarupa, and the entire family lived in Srihitta, in present-day Sylhet, Bangladesh. Many sources state that Chaitanya was born with fair skin and had striking similarities with the conceived image of Lord Krishna. As a young boy, Chaitanya started chanting praises of Lord Krishna and also exhibited an unusually high level of intelligence. He could recite mantras and other religious hymns at a very young age and started spreading knowledge much like a scholar. 2. Shri Chaitanya started a school at age 16. 2. Shri Chaitanya started a school at age 16. 2. Shri Chaitanya started a school at age 16. When he was 16 years old, Chaitanya started his own school, which attracted many pupils. Chaitanya's knowledge and wisdom was so great that he once defeated a proud and learned scholar named Keshava Kashmiri in a debate. The next day Keshava Kashmiri is said to have surrendered before Chaitanya, accepting his defeat gladly. According to various sources, Keshava Kashmiri dreamt of Goddess Saraswati on the night after the debate. When Goddess Saraswati explained to him who Chaitanya actually was, Keshava Kashmiri realized the truth and accepted defeat the next morning. 3. Ishwar Puri was Shri Chaitanya's Guru. 3. Ishwar Puri was Shri Chaitanya's Guru. 3. Ishwar Puri was Shri Chaitanya's Guru. After the demise of his father, Jagannath Mishra, Chaitanya visited the ancient city of Gaya to perform a religious ceremony to pay homage to his deceased father. While in Gaya, he met an ascetic named Ishwar Puri, who would go on to become his guru. When Chaitanya returned to his hometown, there was a significant change in his thought process. He was followed by the local Vaishnavas of Bengal, and it did not take him long before becoming head of one of the Vaishnava groups in Nadia district. 4. Shri Chaitanya originated Bhakti Yoga. 4. Shri Chaitanya originated Bhakti Yoga. 4. Shri Chaitanya originated Bhakti Yoga. Mandala, chakra, brick, wall, door, vintage, meditation. Thereafter, he decided to leave Bengal and requested Keshava Bharati to bestow upon him sannyasa, which requires one to renounce all things material and wander in search of the ultimate truth. While ascetics, sannyasi, follow various methods to attain salvation, Chaitanya's key to unlock the ultimate truth was Bhakti Yoga, which is one's loving devotion toward the Supreme Being. By chanting Lord Krishna's name relentlessly, Chaitanya not only practiced Bhakti Yoga but also taught his followers the proper method of pursuing Bhakti Yoga. 5. Shri Chaitanya visited the length and breadth of India on foot. 5. Shri Chaitanya visited the length and breadth of India on foot. 5. Shri Chaitanya visited the length and breadth of India on foot. After becoming a sannyasi, he traveled throughout India, visiting many places, and spreading the name of Lord Krishna. He also spread the name of the Krishna Sankirtana. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a major role in the Bhakti movement. Later, he established a religious movement called Gaudiya Vaishnavism. For many years, Chaitanya traveled the length and breadth of India, advocating Bhakti Yoga. Chanting the name of Krishna, Chaitanya would travel on foot to various places in a state of absolute bliss or ecstasy. In 1515, Chaitanya visited Vrindavan, believed to be the birthplace of Lord Krishna. The main objective of Chaitanya's visit was later said to be reinvention, as Chaitanya wanted to identify important places associated with Lord Krishna in Vrindavan. It is said that Chaitanya was successful in locating all the important places, including the 7 temples, Sapta Devale, which are visited by Vaishnavas even today. 6. Shri Chaitanya was revered. 6. Shri Chaitanya was revered. 6. Shri Chaitanya was revered. After traveling for years, Chaitanya settled down in Puri, Orissa, where he stayed for the final 24 years of his life. Chaitanya was revered as Krishna himself not just by his ardent devotees and followers, but also by several rulers of the 16th century. Prataprudra Dev, a Gajapati ruler, became one of his most enthusiastic patrons and a devotee of his Sankirtan gatherings. 7. Sixisticum is the only written teaching of Shri Chaitanya. 7. Sixisticum is the only written teaching of Shri Chaitanya. 7. Sixisticum is the only written teaching of Shri Chaitanya. Sixisticum, a 16th century prayer of 8 verses, is the only written record of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. The teachings and philosophy of Gaudiya Vaishnavism are based on the Sanskrit text. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings are divided into 10 points and are centered on the glorification of Lord Krishna. Lord Chaitanya's influence was responsible for spreading Vaishnavism in Manipur and Rajasthan. He wrote a series of verses known as the Shikshashtakam, or 8 verses of instruction, which are considered to contain the complete philosophy of Gaudiya Vaishnavism in condensed form. He requested 6 saints and theologians among his followers to systematize the Gaudiya Vaishnava theology in their own writings. 8. Many of his foremost disciples were Muslim. 8. Many of his foremost disciples were Muslim. 8. Many of his foremost disciples were Muslim. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu abolished all the caste system that was prevalent in medieval India and united everyone on the basis of devotion to Lord Krishna and chanting his holy names. Many of his foremost disciples were from Islam and other castes. Haridas Thakur, Rupa Goswami and Santana Goswami to name a few. 9. He is the spiritual father of Iskon. 9. He is the spiritual father of Iskon. 9. He is the spiritual father of Iskon. 5. International Society of Krishna Consciousness Chariot Procession. GIF. Hey Krishna Chariot Procession through the streets of Boston. Lord Chaitanya is the father of the modern Krishna consciousness movement, which was taken by his future future disciples Srila Prabhupada all over the world and across India. He started International Society of Krishna Consciousness. Iskon Hai Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hai Rama, Rama Rama Hai. 10 Shri Chaitanya Death Mystery. 10 Shri Chaitanya Death Mystery. 10 Shri Chaitanya Death Mystery. The followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu claim that he did not die as he was an incarnation of Lord Krishna. Many theories suggest that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could have been murdered for various reasons. However, this is a controversial theory and is not supported by all. Another mysterious theory suggests that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disappeared magically, while another account states that he died at Tota Gopinath temple in Puri, Orissa. However, scholars and historians say that there is enough evidence to state that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suffered from epilepsy. Various texts state that he would lose his consciousness at regular intervals due to the disease. Historians also suggest that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suffered from seizures and that epilepsy might have caused his death on June 14, 1534. Chaitanya's epistemological, theological and ontological teachings are summarized as 10 root principles called Dasamula. The statements of Amnaya, scripture, are the chief proof. It was believed that by his divine spiritual power, he was able to locate all the important places of Krishna's pastimes in and around Vrindavan, including the 7 main temples or Sapta Devalaya, which are worshipped by Vaishnavas in the Chaitanya tradition to this day.